Well, I'm delighted to be able to say that Damco are the first major logistics organization globally to release an iPad and iPhone application. And essentially what it does is it allows our customers to have some basic track and trace functionality on our ocean product specifically, by container number, by shipping reference and bill of lading number and so on. So essentially it's a portable visibility tool, if you will, for those people who need to have that information on the move through their iPhone or their iPad. Yeah. It doesn't offer the functionality that our sophisticated supply chain management tools do, of course, because obviously that's a more sophisticated solution. This is really designed with people who want to get information on the hoof. Importers, some of the smaller customers, for instance, who don't invest a lot of time in IT connectivity, but they do want to know where the goods are. Yeah. So if you could imagine potentially, and this is what occurred to me when I first saw it, I know that a lot of our customers, for instance, when they're organizing their DC, the distribution center inbound flows, they do it by spreadsheet and they're moving a lot of information around. There's lots of phone calls taking place. But if you can imagine your average warehouse manager who wants to understand when a container is going to arrive, wants to understand what day a specific container is going to be there so he can make plans. And instead of having to ring 58 different people, he can grab his iPhone or his iPad, jump into the application and all the information is there. I think that's pretty empowering, right? Okay, good. So you can see we have the Damco app here. So if I open that quickly, and in here I've placed in a container number. This particular container number is for a British retailer, showing an inbound consignment that we have en route for them currently. Pop up the shipping reference based on that, and you can see there then you've got your results. So this is a 20-foot container that was loaded in Shanghai. You've got the Shanghai references there and so on. You can see that its port of discharge will be Southampton. The place of loading, as I said, was Shanghai. The ultimate delivery is going to Norfolk, guys, and there's a distribution center there. The volume and weight inside the container, and you can see the date that we received it, the planned ocean departure, a confirmation of the actual ocean departure, which was on the same day, and then the planned ocean arrival, and then in here ultimately will be the planned delivery date. One other great piece of functionality here, which on this application, which I think is brilliant, is that obviously, you know, you've got the information. The objective, of course, is that you might want to share that information with somebody else. So if you tap up here, you get an option to SMS or email that information off to a colleague, potentially your customer that you're selling the product onto. It could be someone else at the head office who needs the information, and you can SMS or email it to them instantly, which I think is pretty cool too. So I think you can get a sense of inbound planning, as I say, somewhat on the hoof, or for some of one's smaller customers who have the ability to be able to jump in and get this information relatively quickly. In fact, they get it instantly, and I think that's a real step forward. And it's great to see someone in our industry beginning to embrace this kind of technology, because clearly this is where everything's headed.